All right, so now we're going to jump to circles, reviewing the circle formula. It's not showing the exponent, so the equation of a circle is x minus h, and that's supposed to be squared, plus y minus k squared equals the radius squared. Okay, so those are supposed to be the exponents, those are squared. The h and the k represent the center of the circle, the coordinates of the center, and the r is the radius of the circle, so the distance from the center to the outside of the circle. All right, so if we have our example, we're going to find the center and radius of the circle that the equation is given. Again, these are supposed to be squared. These are the exponents. Okay, so looking at it, the center is, and be careful here, the h is the coordinate that was being subtracted from x. So what do we actually have subtracted from x is -4. And what's being subtracted from y? Well, nothing, so that's 0. And the radius, well, we know from the formula that r squared is equal to 72. So the radius, if we take the square root, and normally you take the square root of both sides, it would be positive and negative, but the radius can't be negative. So square root of 72, simplify that to get 6 square root of 2. So that's your radius. So we have center -4, 0, radius 6 square root of 2. All right, now we're going to write an equation of a circle with the information given this time as opposed to the equation given. So if we know the center of the circle is 2, -3, so we've got our formula or equation of our circle. And we know that the center, or the h and the k, are given, so we can do x minus the h is 2 squared plus y, and it'll be minus k, which will be minus -3, which becomes plus 3 squared, is going to equal our radius squared, which wasn't given. But we do know that the circle is tangent to the x-axis, so we might need a little picture here. So if we draw our x and our y-axis, we know that the center is 2, -3, so 2, -3. Okay, so there's our center. And when we know that the circle is tangent to the x-axis, that means it touches the x-axis at exactly one place. So I know my circle's kind of look like that, and it's not a great circle, but so it means it has to touch here. All right, so we can just figure that out, that our radius is 1, 2, 3 units. So we know our radius is 3, so we're just going to fill that in. X minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 quantity squared equals, and we're not going to write 3 squared here, we're going to say 3 squared is 9. And that then is the equation of our circle. Alright, so now we have another one. So we've got that the center of our circle is 5, 9, but that the circle contains the point 1, 0. So we know our center again. So we know we have x minus 5 squared plus y minus 9 squared equals radius squared. And again, a picture is very helpful. So we know that it goes through 5. I'm not going to just draw it so that our quadrant 1 is big. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we're up here. There's our center. And we know it goes through the point 1, 1 down here. Okay, so we know that. We know our circle looks something like that. So our radius is however long that is, but I can't just count that because it's not vertical or horizontal. We're going to have to use either our distance formula to find the distance, or I've had people draw a right triangle and use the Pythagorean theorem. No matter what, it comes out to the same because they're actually derived from each other. Alright, so if we use our distance formula, we've got our x is 5 minus 1 squared plus our y's 9 minus 1 squared again. 5 minus 1 is 4, squared is 16, plus 9 minus 1, that's 8, squared is 64. So we have the square root of 80. Alright, and now when we simplify the square root of 80, well actually we don't really have to simplify it, because when we go to put in our formula, we've got x minus 5 squared plus y minus 9 squared equals, we're going to take our radius and we're going to square it. So we're going to take square root of 80 squared and it just becomes 80. Alright, we've got this last one. We have a circle and it has the end points of a diameter with -3, -5, and 7, 9. So I don't even have anything to fill in this time. So again, if you draw your picture, so 7, 9 is about, I don't know, here. We're just going to take a quick guess there. And -3, -5 is maybe down here. So that is a diameter of our circle. Again, not the greatest circle, but we get the idea. Alright, so that means that if that's the diameter, it goes through the center. So to find the center of our circle, we are going to have to find the midpoint, because the center is right in the middle of the diameter. And then we also are going to have to find the radius. Well, the radius is half the diameter. So if you can find the distance between the 2 points given and divide it by 2, that will give you the radius. Okay, and that's how you do that one. I'm going to leave that way, and now you have the idea of what to do for that kind of problem.